where we talk about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the amazing value some ordinary-looking change can hold. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of the 1963 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This small copper coin featuring the face of President Abraham Lincoln might just be worth more than you think. So grab your magnifying glass and let's uncover the secrets behind this coin's value, errors, history, and current market worth. Let's begin with a little background. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American coinage since 1909, the year it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Lincoln, and the reverse side, until 1958, displayed two wheat ears known as the wheat penny design. However, in 1959, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design featuring the Lincoln Memorial, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design stayed in circulation until 2008. Now the 1963 Lincoln cent falls into this Lincoln Memorial reverse category. It was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark under the year, while the Denver coins show a small D mint mark under the date. Let's take a look at the numbers. In 1963, the U.S. Mint produced an incredibly high number of Lincoln pennies. Over 754 million coins were minted in Philadelphia, and more than 1.7 billion coins were minted in Denver. Because of this huge mintage, most 1963 pennies are still common today, but not all of them are created equal. So how can a common 1963 penny become a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? There are a few key factors collectors look at. Number 1, condition. Coins in perfect condition, also known as mint state or uncirculated, are highly valued. A 1963 penny straight from a bankroll or one that has been carefully preserved without scratches, stains, or wear can be worth more than a penny. Some pristine examples have sold at auction for $20 to $100, and even higher if graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC with a grade of MS66 or MS67. Number 2, errors. Coin errors are what really bring excitement and big money into the picture. Let's talk about the types of errors you want to look for in a 1963 Lincoln penny. First up is the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once with a slight variation, resulting in a doubling of the letters or numbers. A double die obverse or DDO on the 1963 penny can show visible doubling on the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date. If you happen to find one of these, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition. Another error is the off-center strike, where the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. The more off-center the strike, especially if it shows a large blank area and a clear date, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some of these can fetch $50 to $250 or more. And next, we have clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a mishap in the cutting process. These errors are popular among collectors and can also bring in $25 to $150, depending on the severity and condition. Then there's the repunched mint mark, also known as RPM. This is when the mint mark, usually the D for Denver, was punched more than once in slightly different positions. These errors are subtle but highly collectible, with some examples bringing in $50 to $200. Let's not forget about high-grade proof coins. These are specially made for collectors and were never released into general circulation. A 1963 proof penny in deep cameo condition, where the details are frosty and the background is mirror-like, can sell for $30 to $100 or even more if it's flawless. Now for the big question, what is the current market value of a 1963 Lincoln penny? For circulated coins, the average value is still 1 cent face value, but if your penny is in brilliant uncirculated condition or has an error, it can easily be worth $10 to $500 or more. A 1963 D Lincoln cent in MS67 red condition has sold at auction for over $700. A Philadelphia 1963 cent in the same grade can bring $300 to $600 depending on collector demand. If you come across a 1963 Lincoln cent with a rare error or in exceptional condition, it's worth submitting it to a professional grading company for authentication and appraisal. In conclusion, while most 1963 Lincoln pennies are still worth a single cent, there are rare gems hiding in plain sight. Whether it's an error coin, a high-grade example, or a unique variety, your 1963 penny could be a small copper treasure waiting to be discovered. So, go ahead, check your coin jars, old collections, or inherited stashes. You never know what you might find, and remember, even the smallest coin can carry the biggest surprise. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos about valuable coins and collectibles. Drop a comment below if you think you have a rare penny, and let us know what year it is. See you next time with more coins worth money. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of a coin you may have walked by thousands of times without a second thought, the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But what if I told you that some of these seemingly ordinary coins are worth a lot more than 1 cent? That's right. Hidden in plain sight, some 1979 Lincoln pennies can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their condition, rarity, and minting errors. So don't go anywhere, because you might just have a valuable treasure in your pocket change. Let's start with the basics. The 1979 Lincoln penny features the famous image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse or front of the coin. This design by Victor David Brenner has remained nearly unchanged since it first appeared in 1909. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, which was designed by Frank Gasparo. The words United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent are inscribed along the back. This reverse design was in use from 1959 to 2008 before being replaced in 2009 by the Lincoln Bicentennial Series. Now, the 1979 Lincoln penny was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each version has its own unique features and potential for added value. Let's begin with the Philadelphia minted coins. These carry no mint mark and are the most common of the bunch. Over 6 billion of these were minted in 1979. Most of them are only worth their face value unless they are in uncirculated condition or have unique errors. In mint state condition, a Philadelphia 1979 penny can be worth up to $1 or $2, and in a high grade like MS-67 or higher, it might go for even more at auction. Next up, the Denver minted coins. These have a small d mint mark under the date. Over 4.1 billion of these were produced. Like the Philly coins, regular circulated versions are worth just 1 cent. But if you come across a Denver penny in mint state condition or with a notable error, that's when things get exciting. High-grade Denver 1979 pennies have sold for up to $50 and sometimes more if slabbed and certified by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. But now, let's talk about the San Francisco minted coins. These are the proof coins. These coins were struck for collectors, not for general circulation. They have a shiny mirror-like surface and are usually found in proof sets. They carry the S mint mark and are highly detailed. Over 3.6 million proof coins were made in 1979. On average, a proof 1979 S penny might be worth $1 to $5, but certain varieties can command higher prices. The most valuable 1979 Lincoln pennies, however, are not just regular strikes or proof coins, they are the ones with minting errors and varieties. Some examples include the double die obverse coins. This error means the front of the coin was struck twice, creating a doubled image, especially noticeable in the lettering and numbers. These kinds of errors can sell for hundreds of dollars, sometimes more depending on the severity and clarity of the doubling. Another valuable error is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the coin wasn't properly aligned during minting. Depending on how off-center the coin is and whether the date is still visible, these can sell from $20 to several $100s. There are also broad strike errors, die cracks, clipped planchets, and struck-through grease errors, all of which can add significant value to your 1979 penny. But how do you know if your penny is worth money? Here are some quick tips. First, look at the coin under good lighting and a magnifying glass. Check for doubling, unusual shapes, or misalignments. Next, check the condition. A coin in mint state, meaning no scratches or wear, is always more valuable than one that's heavily circulated. If you think you have something special, send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. A professionally graded coin can often sell for a much higher price. Let's talk about real-world prices now. A 1979 penny graded MS-67 red by PCGS recently sold at auction for over $300. Another with a clear double die obverse error sold for more than $500. And rare proof varieties with cameo contrast or unique toning can reach even higher prices when collectors compete for them. So the next time you check your change or dig through that old coin jar, take a closer look at those pennies. You never know, your 1979 Lincoln cent might just be worth more than you imagined. Even a simple coin from over 4 decades ago can hold surprising value, especially to the right collector. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips and history, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want us to feature another year of the Lincoln penny. Until next time, happy collecting and may your next penny be a treasure.